Vamos una vez más. Espero que vaya bien esto. Ahí estoy agachado al acecho. Uy. No sé qué he hecho. Ay. Vamos a ver. Aquí ya por esta caja. Tengo que acordar muy bien el tema de los controles porque va un poco diferente al resto de juegos.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our ship.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Thank you.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention. Set. We did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
Okay,
So you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them with their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to...
A ver si puedo cambiar el idioma.
interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Vale, ¿y entonces? Okay. que ir aquí. Aquí hay algo. Son aquí detrás justo.
I've seen a few escapes in...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question. If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I know naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin. I'd never betray any of them for free.
What a real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
¿Vale? Un peu plus de la moitié, ouais.
I don't have the key. Locked.
Vamos por aquí. Liberar al contrabandista de aquí. A ver, tengo que buscar dos llaves. Vamos a ver. Hemos hecho por aquí. Aquí no me van a dejar entrar ni de coña.
Hello? What can I do for you?
Me lo imaginaba.
You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties.
Anda. Qué cosas. Quizás lo único que diría que este juego falla es el control. Luego a nivel es eso. Esto de arriba para abajo, izquierda, derecha, no tengo nada metido todavía. Veamos. Oye, ¿este quién es?
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text. Or anything.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are.
Who were you hoping would give you a sign?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk...
That would be better than being burned.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerns the teaching.
The disciple of Saint Mateus. The one who returned to Teleme after...
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery, we wanted to verify if this island...
And? What did you...
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our saints... But the text that we discovered was...
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it.
I understand now what that... This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
¿Qué hacemos?
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahi, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Vale. ¿Aquí o la más arriba?
The merchant is there.
Es que no entiendo por qué no se me ven todos los... Es aquí.
Good day, good sir. How might I...
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders of...
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be... And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to set...
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following...
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers?
When we've already paid for the merchandise. If they do know in the future we won't be shopping with them.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of us. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse...
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing.
This stubborn fool is...
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Lord de Sade, nephew of the... During our conversation, you explained to me that your master... That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered... You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activity.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
Beg your pardon, sir, but you are not my master. Moreover, the attendant at the guard was quite specific, so I seriously doubt that you'll be wanting to drag us in front of a judge.
Whatever is he talking about, Kurt?
Your guess is as good as mine.
This is preposterous. Your master... Either you give us back what's ours, or we'll...
Your idea of diplomacy isn't all that different from my own.
To the devil with ya.
Since you leave us no choice.
The merchant's clerk isn't hearing your arguments. The only thing left is a show of strength. Sorry, Greenblood. If I'd have known, I wouldn't have gotten you mixed up with this.
Vámonos, pesado. Los cojones.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather...
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateos, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to...
If you would allow me, I would like to give you the...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
¿Qué manda de nuevo? Eso es lo que no entiendo. Me dice que tengo cosas nuevas. Bueno, ya está, verdad no tengo nada. Torso. Oh, aquí aún tengo nuevas. son peores stats. Ay, 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 a ver. Tiene un punto menos de armadura. Pasa que mismo equilibrio. Pero este tiene resistencia elemental. Vale. Vamos a ver. Vamos a seguir con esto.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir Desade, to what?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly. We have nothing else to do but pray that the...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellent.
May the luck...
A ver qué es esto al nivel 13. Vale, me queda lo del puto mercader. Este ya está. Ahí está. Vale. Vamos a la taberna. La gente se deja la pasta, tú te la recoges, no pasa nada. Un juego muy realista.
I see you're back. Can I brought you something this time?
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Null, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my estate. I would have noticed. That...
I'm looking for a Naut.
A Naut?
According to
a kidnapping. I would have known. Anything else?
I'm looking for my cousin.
There was indeed a party here last.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? Hair down to his neck, light brown. Blue.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. I hope you've come to reimburse me.
What kind of damage are we
A
talking?
good half of my furniture was broken into...
Let me take a look. Perhaps
If you can fix it...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows.
What kind of business do they?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got him. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Bye. Y este es el borracho.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in?
No. Have no fear. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago. After visiting this establishment, a young cabin boy. Two men.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about them?
He seemed wrong, and he must have been right to be nervous. If he...
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant, the kind of man you can round up for a few. They exchanged words with the cabin.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go, and I think I might well have seen those. I wouldn't have thought that they were...
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
No, sir. You were in luck. It so happens it was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a...
Thank you. You've been...
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. You think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Lo más flipante de aquí es que te coges todo lo de las cajas, no pasa nada.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house... Enter, please.
No entiendo por qué no me deja cambiar la configuración de gráfica.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sardet. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here. But perhaps...
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cat. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not...
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. And that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose?
These witnesses are all in agreement and it's their testimony...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to... A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship?
It is what they do. Through pacts.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
La ambientación del juego es muy buena. Pero... jugabilidad... siempre me meto aquí y me equivoco. Hola, un cofre. Esperándome. Ese es el hijo puta.
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without...
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claimed...
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give...
A contract? But what kind of contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We...
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no...
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become...
Our magic? Yes. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships, others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for it. It's how the guild is made and maintains its name.
Could you tell me anything about...
It is a the natives. They were very friendly. I've also heard I would...
Savage.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nords?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some...
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him...
Well, that is very unpleasant news, Sade. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... price. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they... From time to time, the congregation has passed such a accord. And certain...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreements?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it after. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
To my help, and death to the others!
ver qué pasa a estos notas. Toma. Cada vez que les toque. No sé exactamente por qué razón. Nada, acabo de descubrir que se puede escalar. A ver. Armas pesadas a una mano. Para poder llevar florete. No me deja. No sé por qué razón. Ah, porque hacen falta 2 puntos. Vale, vamos a ver un momento. A ver, tengo aquí unos guantes que son los mismos que ya tenía. Y una arma. Que no puedo ponerme. Es peor que lo que ya tengo. Ya. Este dedo es malo. Y además tiene movidas aquí. Vamos a ver qué equipo tiene el cabrón. Así que... O sea, o sigo por aquí. O sigo por aquí. O espero y me pongo un arma blanca de una mano. Pero tengo que mirar esto cómo va. Sin más. Y ahora la vaina es esa. Me parece que tengo... Y el tema de los hechizos... Ah, es que puedes meter los hechizos. que es.
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide.
Pues vámonos.
Shall we take a peek?
Esto empieza a oler a chamusquero. Es al fondo de la izquierda. Siempre es más rápido por aquí. Aquí hay una entrada.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
El R1. Aquí no hay nada. Nada de nada. Ah.
So Desade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son.
Those Nords took him from us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say? I looked into the contract that binds. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange.
It is so. But that...
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regret.
The Prince will know how to negotiate with the Nords.
If her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story.
You wouldn't dare tell her.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir.
Sin luchar. Esta puerta.
Who are you?
My name is Desade. Your captain has sent me to find.
Were you able to convince my...
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was... Find me, capture me, and my family is the Nords. I am sorry for my...
Yes. You should still go and...
Vale, pues aquí estamos, todo correcto.
It's blocked.
Y se tenía la llave.
Locked.
Vamos tú. Era mucho más rápido y mejor derrotar. Hay una salida por aquí. No se pueden escalar todos los muros tampoco. Si me he metido aquí y de aquí no hay quien salga. Manco. Aquí, ya veo. Perfecto. Ay, al final. Es verdad, no habían dado unas. Ni botas ni nada. No llevo nada nuevo. Y aquí hay otra cosa de otra misión. No sé si hacerlo en un momentito.
That vulture of a tavern master was right.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Okay, hello there.
It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Bueno, no puedo hacerlo. Bueno, capitán.
Someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate them. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out or gag him.
No sé bien si habrá que ir para arriba o para abajo. Debe usar llave, no la tengo.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, Riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by our offers this morning. You can see what that means. Anything when it comes to me. You know what it is. He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Bueno.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been a reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt.
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
Vale, más o menos tengo esto contento, tengo muchas y vale. No me deja guardar. Vamos a ver.
To my help!
Mierda.
Death to the others!
All these rules, they aren't worth talking about.
Vamos a que tiene el martillo. La inteligencia artificial es horrible. Pero bueno. Vamos. Y seguimos otro día.